This video is going to review what to do if you're uncertain about whether an office can meet the 70% skills requirement with 50% from each competency area for the clinical skills form. So we're going to visit the table of contents in our clinical manual, and we're going to skip right down to the Appendix B facility packet, keeping in mind that if you have an office that is interested in working with you, it is required that you provide them with this facility packet. And that's so that they can review all the information and make sure that they fully understand what they're signing on for. But it also gives you a chance to review the clinical rotation skills form or skills sheets. This is a 2-page form that is going to be used while you're at the site to evaluate you on the skills that you're covering while you're on site. So really quickly, let's review the requirements first. In order to pass your class, students must obtain a rating of 3 or higher on at least 70% of the total skills listed, with a minimum of 50% required from each individual competency area. So your 70% can't skip all of the administrative competencies. For example, you have to perform skills in each area, with meeting a total of 70% of the skills coverage overall. So there are 36 skills listed, so that would mean earning at least 25 skills from the list in total, with at least half of the skills from each competency area. However, if you have an office that would like to work with you, but they can't quite meet that coverage, there are some strategies to work around this. One example would be venipuncture. If your office doesn't perform venipuncture, or maybe they don't allow students to draw blood, you can be checked off using an arm simulator. Those are available for purchase on Amazon. They might be available in the bookstore at the time. But you can purchase an arm simulator and get checked off on the skill that way. You can also work with the people in the office, so the office staff, whether it's the medical assistant training you, to perform any skills that might not be addressed in the office, but that you could work with your trainer on. So for example, let's say that for whatever reason, maybe your office doesn't take height and weight. If you're able to take the height and weight of the person training you, you can use this to check off that skill as well. For clinical skills, we also have another section. So if you performed or learned how to perform some skills that aren't listed on this skill sheet, you can include them here to give you another skill. If you in the office have any questions about whether or not you can meet that 70% requirement with 50% from each competency area and you're not sure, the best thing to do is to have the office identify which skills they can cover, including which skills they might be able to cover working with the staff or with an arm simulator, keeping in mind you don't have to have a patient to get checked off on the skills. That's the traditional process, but there's a little bit of flexibility. Have them indicate which skills they can cover, and then either reach out to your advisor or to the MA department at 1-888-4-KAISER so that we can look at it on a one-on-one basis and determine if there's something we can do to make that work. Thanks so much for your time, and I hope this helps.